Hey everybody! We're back with
We
another
are.
episode of Who's That Anime? With your host Stephen Collin.
Hi.
We're here to talk about Kino No Tabi. Meow.
We're here to talk about why your therapy bill might be so high.
There's no therapy in this world, man. What are you on about?
Yeah, I just meant for those watching it.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure there's more. There's other things that are more scarring than this.
I mean, we could give a big spoiler as to what our next season is going to be because we have decided
Oh,
it is also not much of a respite for a happy world.
no, that's true. But that's why we do 5 Minute Fusion.
That is true.
Where we talk about happy things like Goku's innocence
And Krillin's lack of nostrils.
and Master Roshi's purpose.
Yeah, okay, we were close.
Oh, so bad. Anyway, yeah, we're talking about Kino No Tabi, Kino's journey. It's about Kino and Hermes traveling the world to discover things.
Stuff.
Yeah, mainly unhappy things.
I was going to ask, this is a double parter. This is a double bill. It is Coliseum. So we're doing episode 6 and 7 today. Coliseum part 1 and Coliseum part 2. I was wondering if you wanted to just cover it all in a one and give an overall, or do you want to do episode by episode?
No, it's probably best to do it all at one. This so happens we're actually doing a double bill on the same
Of the double bill?
of the same
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah, we probably could just do it all in a one then.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Oh boy. Strap in, folks.
Strap in. Okay.
Take your Prozac.
It's got a talking dog in this one.
Maybe there's a talking dog.
You're pulling
If
no one.
if the talking motorcycle is anything to be trusted, maybe.
Yeah. So anyway, it all starts with Kino meeting a lady on getting drawn by a horse and cart going somewhere, where she basically says, "Oh yeah, go to this place. It's great."
It's wonderful.
Yeah, with a solemn face would be the best kind of look. I think is what they're going for there, right?
Not a face that would extol the term, like how wonderful something is.
Yeah,
Normally.
which piqued Kino's interest.
Yeah.
So they then arrive at the gate of the country that is told about, and instantaneously the portcullis drops behind them in a menacing way. And Hermes like, "You sure this is the right place?" It's like, "Yeah, this is it." And then they're surrounded by like 6 guards going.
Yep.
Basically saying, "Ah,
You've
You have-
activated my trap card.
yeah, pretty much. You're here, and you, as a traveler, you get to take part of the contest of becoming a first class citizen.
You get to.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And so, what happens if I don't want to be first class citizens? Oh, you become a slave then. It's like,
Oh,
all right,
cool. I'll take part then, shall I?
take part. And then just be like, all right, little boy, don't think you'd last long though.
That's right. I forgot about this whole bit is really weird. It's like, yes, little boy. Yeah, you're probably not going to do very well. And she's like, say that again.
Very much. No, it's like, so, Kino, don't call me little boy. It's like,
Yep.
yeah, I don't think you'll last, little boy. And then she just basically shoots 3 guards' helmets round sideways or something.
Yeah. She basically almost shoots their hats off effectively.
Yeah.
To which they're like, okay, follow us this way. We won't make fun of you anymore.
Mr. Kino.
Mr. Kino, and Hermes is like, "Why didn't you just shoot them in the head?" Like, I don't know why. Like Hermes, like was just like, "Oh, I'm really thirsty for blood right now. Why didn't you kill those guys?"
Yeah, why didn't you just kill him and then just leave?
It's, it's like, whoa, okay, chill out.
And
Again, what's making me think that Hermes is maybe not a real thing. It's just Kino's subconsciously. Maybe you should have killed those guys.
but then it's like Kino's like, no, I wanted to see what this place is all about.
I think it's known at this point that it's all because of the king, right?
Uh,
Is that explained as part of that whole diatribe at the beginning?
yeah, I think so. It's so basically there's an old king and he was great, and then this new
Yep.
king ruled, and no, I think this is explained after she goes into this. Yeah, it gets explained when she goes to Sewer Town.
Ah, okay.
So basically, what's explained here is all class citizens get to live above world, where
Yes.
everyone,
On the surface city.
yeah, where everyone lives underground, otherwise as slaves, etc. And
In
then
the sewage city.
yeah, Sewer City is one of them.
Hooray.
Yeah, and there's rules to the contest. It's basically a Coliseum. It's like 2 may enter, 1 may leave
Yep.
situation. You can get deported if you surrender and your opponent allows you to surrender and not kill you.
Yes, if your opponent chooses to surrender and you accept their surrender, you can take victory that way.
Yeah, and then the person who surrenders is able to leave the country without harm.
Yes.
But most people are a bit bloodthirsty apparently in this competition.
Just like Hermes.
Yeah, just like Hermes. Once you win, you can become a first class citizen and then decree another rule.
Yes, a new law can be put into place.
Yeah. Anyway, so she goes. She has her first match, and comes back. You don't see the first match.
Nope. She wins though.
Yeah, Hermes just stays at the side. I think the guard's talking to Hermes at this point, right?
So I thought that, but again, like it's all very suspect because I feel like it's all nothing conversation.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you don't want to watch their bike, and it's like, no, I'm good here. All right.
But I get the feeling that is potentially just someone talking to an inanimate object because it belongs to that person and it's facing the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Like kind of a sarky comment. It was like, "Oh, can't watch, can you?"
Yeah. So, yeah. And then Kino basically says to Hermes at this point, it's like, oh, I'm just going to go in and I'm going to force the guy to accept my surrender, essentially. And then she comes back and says, I won. And Hermes is like, what?
Yeah, don't worry about it. I won.
Yeah. I thought you were going to get out of here. We're getting deported. It's like, nah,
Nope.
we're here for
Decided to stay.
a few days.
Yeah, I decided to stay.
Yeah. And then they got taken away with all the other winners. And you meet. And it's like, oh, so all you maggots are here for the contest to become first class citizens. Only 2 of you managed to do it with getting the other person to surrender. And the kiddo's like, oh, wonder who's. Harry's like, who's the other one? Because one was you, right? And you don't know if she did the first one or not.
Interesting.
Yeah, you meet a guy with a dog. You got like this weird cowboy dude. You got the apocalyptic punk person. The lady with a big trench coat.
Yeah.
I think those are kind of the three, the main people it shows at this point.
Yeah, it's Kino, there's the woman's called Miss Rose,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's the gunfighter guy that basically has the same weapon as Kino.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not exactly the same, but just a gun. I
Pistols.
think his name is Six Shooter,
Yeah.
and the other guy with the dog is called Shizu, I think.
It's partially. He's a prince.
Yeah, not to spoil anything, but it turns out that I think like at this point when the whole thing is being like charged on by the hedonist king, who like took over from the good king.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it is at this point when the king is there, and he's talking to them all.
No, no.
Is that later?
Yeah, that's when they get into the final four.
Yes.
So he basically Kiro gets shown into a room and it's like, oh, it's not much. It used to be a prison, a jail cell here. It's like, all right.
Hooray.
Could I trouble you? Could we go to where you live? And he goes, oh, I live in Surtown, so yeah, all right. So he comes down, the guard shows he's got 2 kids, and then this old elder person starts talking about how the king was killed by his son, who then also booted out his 2 kids slash potentially killed him when Shizu
Wink.
shows up and taps Kino on the shoulder, and she draws her weapon real quick.
Yeah.
And then he's like, not there, it's just a dog. And he's like, over the other side, it's like the time when it's like that thing when people tap the opposite soldier that they're actually standing at.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, all right. So basically, it talks about the princes have been, what do you call it when they get deported? They got a royal turn, don't they?
Dethroned?
Well, they weren't on the throne, though, were they?
Excommunicated?
Excommunicated sounds a bit more better, yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. And then so then they go into battle and they have the big arena and they've got boulders and that, and Keel's up against like a assassin and the guard's like, well, she had a good time.
Yeah, and the guy's going like, ha 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 ha, throwing a million blades.
Yeah, and then he has a big spiky boomerang thing.
He does.
Which everyone dodges. Oh, no one's ever dodged that yet. Well, Keel's the first.
Kino does not care and will just murder this guy if it's necessary.
Yeah.
Kino is like, I debate whether Kino made it out of that town without the lobotomy. Because Kino is just a murder machine.
Oh, I mean,
I'm not saying she just kills people randomly. I'm saying she's capable.
Oh,
like very, very capable of just immediate murder.
Yeah, I think that comes later. Well, the backstory.
Just generally though. She's just. I mean, we've already seen her like straight up murder 3 cannibals without much issue.
Yeah, but you get to see that training later.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. Anyway, so yeah, she basically takes it. He throws his boomerang again, and then she's like, "All right, that boomerang's coming back, so just charge." She charges, and he's like, "Aha!" It's like and then he basically asks for his backstory, and his backstory is, I'm a slave. I've been trained to kill and not care, type thing. It's like, and then he's like, "Oh, we'll surrender." And he's like, "No," and he's about to like take his own life with his boomerang, and she like knocks out, and he's like, "All right, I surrender." And then she's fighting the punk dude.
yeah, he's like a colonel or something.
Another colonel, yeah, and he's got like a big rifle that blows up rocks.
Yeah.
And then basically kind of stands down and he has a flamethrower.
He does.
And then she basically gets a name and shoots the pipe for the flamethrower fuel. And it's like, don't do that again, otherwise you're on fire. And then he's like, oh, it's cool. You got to kill me though. Surrender. Kill me. No. Surrender.
No.
No. And then he apologized. Sorry, he had to butts him inside the head with his Tarkan.
Yep.
And then the king's there with his weird jester looking Volky type look
Yep.
with his horns sticking out his helmet and stuff. It's getting like, oh, I'm liking that type thing.
Yes.
And then
We have the 4 challengers left at this point.
yeah,
The ones we mentioned already.
yeah. Oh, and it's the gunslinger guy. He gets to kill the punk because he said he was going to do
Yes.
that. So he
Yes.
did that. Miss Rose obviously got someone else.
Yep.
And
Did we see Shizu fight? I don't think we did.
yeah, they
Did
no. You see it in the 4 episodes. The fourth. Like when they're down to the final 4. I don't think you can see him before
yeah,
that.
you see him fight during the final 4 because it's against
6 shot.
yeah, it's against 6 shooter, yeah.
Yeah. And then the kind of breaks and she goes back to her room and talks to Hermes about why she's doing this, which is about the face that this person's made when she said it was a good country type thing and somberness. And they mentioned that potentially they met the other 2 fighters before in a carriage or something.
Oh yeah.
6 shot and Miss Rose.
Yeah.
I think that she did. I think I remember that. But it's been like a month since we actually recorded the first 2 episodes.
It's true. We haven't watched much of this. Actually,
Yeah.
which reminds me, I need to update my my watched list.
On the anime list.
Yep.
Yeah. And then so they get down to the final 4 and you get to basically the king decides to entertain the last 4 contestants. It's like, I have graced your presence with your thing, and I'm going to show you this play that we made, and it has all the drama you need, and it basically talks about how he came to power because it's like there was a
Killing
king,
his dad.
and then the king was ruthless to his son, so it made him, thwarted him, and he was like did that, and then did he kill his wife or his mom?
Yeah.
No,
He later killed the wife as well.
no. So his mother died. The current king's mother died,
Yes.
and the other king was distant and ruthless. So he ended
Yes.
up killing him.
Yes.
He had 2 kids, I
Yes.
believe, and the mother basically got them to leave the country, and the
He killed the wife.
current king found this as betrayal and killed the wife.
Yep. Yep.
And this basically made 6 shot yawn, and
Shizu's like, I'm done too.
yeah, 6 shot's like, I don't really care about this, and they're like, you can't leave. This is sacrilege. And the king's like, it doesn't matter. You guys can go. And then even you guards can go, and it just leaves the 2 girls, Miss Rose and because now they're taught. Yeah, because at the start of like the episodes, they were calling Kino Mr. Kino,
Yeah.
and now they all know that she's a she because they're going Miss Kino, and the king's like, because it was like the general first said it to her. It's like Miss Kino.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so the king basically throws himself down and he's like, which one do you want to be my wife? And they're like, nah, you're crazy. It's like, you think I'm a crazy person? So you're right, because I had this devil sitting on my shoulder. He told me to do everything, destroy the country.
Oh my god, he's so broken.
Yeah, and it was like, all right, no, I'm not planning to stay here as one of them. And the other one was like, and Kino's like, yeah, I'm just a traveler, and leave. And then face the next day, it goes, aha, you know your opponents, your next matches, and you just have them both eyeing each other down. And
Oh, this is the bit where with with the talking dog.
uh, yeah, yeah. So you
Is
got
it? It's during the round between
Kino and
uh
Miss Rose.
when Kino and Shizu are both fighting against Six Shooter and Miss Rose. The
Yeah,
dog and the bike are talking.
yeah, yeah. As Trofino fights Six Shooter, and he's basically just got a sword, and he basically
Mm.
deflects all the bullets, and he goes, "Yo, dude, you want to surrender?" And he's like, "Ah, okay." And then
No, Shizu has the sword.
yeah, she has a sword, six shot,
Yeah.
deflects all the bullets that he shoots
Yes, that's right. That's right.
really quickly. So okay. And then um, Miss Rose and Kino fight, and I think was it Miss Rose based? No, basically every start of every fight, Kino goes, "Do you want to surrender?" And they all go, "Pwah!" And then
No.
yeah. So she's like, "No, I can't, because I got this. I want to make this law because my mom died looking at the white flowers, and this country has plenty of white flowers, so I'm going to make a law about that." That was Miss Rose's thing, which angered the king. He
Yep.
didn't like that.
He
Um,
did not.
but then Kyo wins the fight, and she goes, "All right, cool, I surrender." Because why? There was something like she. Oh, you still offering that surrender? It's like, yeah, I'll offer it. Okay, yeah, cool, I'll take it. And then the king basically lowers the big bulletproof glass in front of him, and
Yep.
shoots Miss Rose in the back, which angers Kino. There was another scene where was the assassin or someone? It was like she basically gets her eyes. She draws her eyes to the king, and he's looking there with a tent, and then her eyes just kind of like go doom and gloom type look.
Yeah, I think you're right. Was that
Uh,
against the assassin then?
I think that's the assassin or the general. Anyway, so basically, Miss Rose dies because the king basically kills her.
Yeah.
Uh, and then she's like, "Oh, you really pissed me off now, dude." And she goes back, and during this time, Hermes is basically goes to the dog, "Oh, filthy mutt," and the dog's like, "Hey, what's your tongue, filthy bike?" And he's like, "Wait, a talking dog? Yeah, I'm a talking
Yep.
dog."
Yeah. Shut up, Motor Rad.
Yeah, yeah. And they just trade insults, really.
Yeah.
That's a backstory. And then Shino? Is it Shino?
Shizu and
Shizu.
Kino end up fighting.
Yeah, they both fight. But before that, they meet up at the bikes, and he goes, "Oh, do you want to surrender?" And she's like, "Nope." "Oh well, sorry." So
No.
the so they go and fight. There's some more backstory over the night because I think it's the next day. So the fight, and Shuzo is quite confident fighter. He can dodge the bullets. It's like shoots a bullet, boom, take that down. Uh, and they're dodging, and then he kind of charges her, and then she deflects because she actually has a metal armband around her thing.
I had questions about that because I was like, is she a robot? Maybe.
No, no, I think she molded it like last night. She was doing something last night.
Yeah.
Oh, Oh, was she? She's maybe making her explosive gun.
Well,
But
she basically, yeah, you're right. She like deflects the sword with that,
mm,
and then when Shizu comes back in again for the big strike,
mhm.
she pulls out another gun and uses the butt of it to like knock the sword out of his hands,
Yeah,
leaving him obviously disarmed.
yeah.
And like, well, kill me. It's like, no,
No, no, it's not what he says. It just says, "Do you want to surrender?" It's like, no, there's no point.
no,
I can dodge your bullet. I can still
yeah,
dodge your bullet. So he's still
I could
fast.
still win this.
Yeah. And then she kind of like modifies her gun. She like pulls down a wee
It's got a
arm,
handle.
a stock.
Yeah,
And then it's like, all right, cool. You'll miss me anyway. It's like, oh, that's fine, because he's standing in the way of the glass, and he just like shoots the big,
it's like a big fireball type thing.
yeah, a big fireball at her gun into the king and kills the king. And then she, uh, then she kind of meets up with Shino in the forest next to a
Yep.
pond or some sort. Basically the talk is like, I was going to kill him, right? And he's like, yeah, but revenge isn't good. And it's like, yeah, I know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, because he was my dad and all that. You're like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
because
He's like,
Hermes goes, wait,
what?
son.
Yeah,
You're like, yeah, haven't you figured this out yet, Hermes?
yeah, yeah. But still not take him, eh? And
Just a
then
bit.
he basically asks her to ride, and it's like, no, I've been told to watch out for broody people with fluffy dogs.
Yeah, broody men with fluffy pets.
Something like, yeah.
She's like,
Oh,
what
broody
did she mean
strange
by
men.
broody? Broody strange men. What did she mean by broody?
What is she strange and broody? And then the dog just
Yeah.
looks at him.
And
And then
then
Harry's
this is where we find out what happened after she won the fight, though, right? Well,
yeah,
after she murdered the king.
yeah,
Didn't technically win the fight.
yeah. Well, yeah. He kind of quit. He says, "Why don't you go and rule?" It's like, not a king. Crown doesn't fit me. But yeah, she goes and basically decrees that all first class citizens need to fight and cannot flee to determine who's the next ruler.
Last one standing.
Yeah, it's merciless, eh?
Yep. And she's like, it's not great, but it'll be better than it was.
Possibly.
It's like, I don't think you understand.
Sometimes she understands and sometimes she doesn't. So it was a bit when they were walking to the Coliseum, and she saw like the surface town. It was all run down and horrible, and says, "Wow, this is pretty ruined." It's like, and the guard's like, "Yeah, it makes it easier for people to hide." And then like this random guy just jumps out of one of the buildings and attacks him, and he goes, gives him a big punch. Like, wow, that's pretty good, mate.
Oh man,
What
a wild time.
And then Hermes is like, "Oh, by the way, that dog can talk." And she's like, "Nah, I pulled the other one."
Don't talk shite.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like, hey, get a load of this. My talking bike thinks that this guy's dog can talk. It's like, I think you need to see a doctor. Soon.
Yeah.
Very soon.
I mean, how did Hermes have a talk with the dog if it's all in her head?
I don't know. I just like I don't know. Or
She's
it's
psychotic,
the soul of Kino that's in the bike.
and it's the soul of Suzu's in the dog.
Maybe. Maybe his brother.
Oh. Wait, hang on. Do you mean Kino the dude, or not Kino the
Yeah.
girl?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Makes sense now, eh?
I mean, we're gonna get into some shit where you just start to question about what exists and what doesn't anyway, so but how do you How do you rate this couple of episodes?
It's good. I don't know if it needed to be 2 parts,
Agreed.
but I think it fleshed out maybe this story a bit more than she turns up to the country and then she just wins a competition and kills the king.
She turned up to a country and murdered her way to the top.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, not quite
Episode
murder away.
title.
Not quite murder away to the top. Killed the king because of some lassie's face on a cart looks solemn. Solemn?
Sullen.
Solemn.
And solemn.
Yeah.
Bit of both. I feel like murdered her way to the top has to be the episode.
I mean, yeah. It's also the first time in the competition that both contestants at the end have only won by surrender.
Oh, true.
Yeah. Anyway,
What?
didn't give it a rating yet.
No, give your rating. Do it. Come on.
I don't know. It's just hovering between the 7 and 8. 8 maybe because it's a bit more fleshed out.
I'm still on a 7, but I can see where you're going from.
It's got a bit more humour in it.
It's got talking dog.
It's got a talking dog, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's nearly 9 material because it's got a talking dog.
10 out of 10.
Even
They're all
Ein
good
didn't
dog
talk.
front.
Even Ein didn't talk, man.
That's true.
And he's a smart ass dog. The smartest dog. The smartest character in Bebop, Cowboy Bebop.
Well, that wouldn't be hard. Yeah, I think I'll probably go with 7.
Alright.
Stick with 7. And on that note, we've hit the end of our episode.
Yeah.
You have been listening to Who's That Anime, a podcast about anime, which can be found where all good podcasts can be found. Our home is at anchor.fm/Who's That Anime. If you like what it is we do, you can support us by leaving us a review. If you've already left us a review or can't leave us a review, then telling a friend is a really great way to share your love of the show. If you want to help us financially at all, you can. If you go to patreon.com/Who's That Anime, you can support us in various tiers that will have various perks for you to enjoy. We also have a Facebook page, facebook.com/Who's That Anime, where we post the latest episode releases and the occasional anime meme. We have a YouTube channel where Colin painstakingly puts together the video versions of these episodes. You can also find the RSS feed for the podcast on there too. You can find that at www.youtube.com/Who's That Anime. And occasionally, sometimes we play video games. Colin at twitch.tv/couchfuel and myself at twitch.tv/hailpayman. And you can find archives for those at youtube.com by searching for @couchfuel or @hailpayman.
Yeah. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah. This is done. Another episode done.
We'll be back
Yeah. Next week.
to talk about more depression.
Yeah, depression's fun. Go depression.
Oh boy.
I mean, what's the next 2 episodes?
We'll get into that.
We'll get into it next week. It's fun times.
Happiness ahead, folks.
Happiness. Oh, it's a happy joy song now. I'll teach your grandmother to suck eggs. Ren and Stimpy, man.
Oh, what a show.
Happy joy.
Happy joy, happy joy. Powdered toast, man.
And then it was like, I'll teach your grandmother to suck eggs. Oh man. Anyway, on that note, you have been watching Who's That Anime, and we'll catch you next time. Same anime place, same anime time, same Army happiness?
Yes. Absolutely.
Oh dear. Sorry.
Bye, folks.
Bye.